Welcome to the port city of Mobile, Alabama, here at Hancock-Whitney Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the 68th Ventures Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Blue Hens offense will start this game off with the football. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Patterson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense breaks the huddle, it's third down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Blue Hens will hustle to the line. They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Delaware! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Running into the open space. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The Raging Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Grab near the marker. It's Silver. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
All right, the offense wanted a first down there, but they got the completion, and now it sets up a 4th down situation where it's manageable. I can accomplish it, and yes, I'm going for it.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Catch in the middle. It's Jensen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got it in the middle, it's Patterson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
The Blue Hens moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker, it's Silver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Catch in the middle, it's Patterson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Blue Hens didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run, they stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Got him downfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the
deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run.
Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. The Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air, it's Howard. Got his man out of the backfield. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Trying play action. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Patterson. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They want to get this defense on its heels.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up.
There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ellison. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. He makes a grab, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Delaware! Fitted in the window for the score.
And diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Back to throw, it's Howard. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's caught, it's Robertson. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires toward the target. On target to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the move, it's Perry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Pressure coming. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to...
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Louisiana. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Now on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half, or as they call it there in Mobile, just another typical 68 Ventures Bowl. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Howard. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab on the right.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The running back has it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
Might as well give it to him again. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Jensen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, a Delaware offense going back to work. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Ellison. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Blue Hen is racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Ellison. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Back to pass, it's Howard. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Catch in the middle. It's Ellison. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
The give on the inside. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. And the Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. Flying the friendly skies. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line, I get it. But I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring them to within 4.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Firing to the right, complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on second down for this offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Jensen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll run play action. All kinds of time before he fires right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Kick is in the air. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the back over the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He'll set up to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Raging Cajuns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Howard. Quickly to the tight end. Hard-hitting tackle. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cajuns. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the 4th. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Ellison. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a gap, it's Silver. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Hens with the 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Ellison. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give to the tailback. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to...
There he goes! Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Delaware! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now for the extra point try late in the game. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Howard. Makes the grab.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Unloads it left. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, a Delaware offense going back to work. So still a 2-point game here, and you'd like to give your defense a little pat on the back by following their stop with a score, Jesse.
Yeah, and I feel like the offense here, they sense this opportunity, right, David? They know if they go score, they put themselves in a position to win.
And you put your defense in a great spot. I want to be up in the fourth quarter. If they can put a drive together here, up by a touchdown, I like my chances.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Ellison. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them, a 5-point lead here in the fourth.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Howard. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins.